Hi Scorpio, how's it going? I hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross spread, a general reading. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. If it resonates with you, leave me a comment underneath the video. Please, I would love to hear from you. The first card that came out, the Oracle card, is success. So we'll look at this message at the very end of the reading, okay? So let's see what messages Spirit has for you today. I'll pull all the cards and then we'll pull some clarifiers. So Spirit, what is Scorpio's current situation? You have the Three of Cups reversed. What is crossing Scorpio, or what is Scorpio celebrating? The Emperor, the Father. Your foundation message is Five of Wands reversed. Your past is Two of Wands reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. Your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon, is the King of Swords reversed. The outcome you desire most in your situation is the Justice reversed. Your self-image, how you see yourself, is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation, is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Your hopes and fears are Temperance reversed. And then the outcome, if all is to remain as is Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. That matches this card here. So let me just pick up my... Hold on. I'm going to get to this message at the very end, the success message. It's funny because I live in Canada, the area where I live. I keep hearing about Black Panthers sightings. Interesting. So let's start with your first card, Three of Cups reversed. Again, when a card comes out reversed, it means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. So the Three of Cups is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. So this talks about, okay, it has a few different meanings, so just take what resonates, okay? It could be a card of solitude, independence, loneliness, a lack of social life. It could be overindulging, gossiping, an imbalanced social life, partying too much. It could represent a lack of friends. It could represent canceled celebrations, broken engagements, canceled weddings, dispersal, which is a splitting up or a spreading of something. It can represent achievement, excess in physical enjoyment, an ending, isolation, alone time, a scandal. It's the energy of three's a crowd. But let's get a clarifier on top of here. Let's see what message Spirit has to clarify the Three of Cups for the current situation. Okay, so now we have the Eight of Pentacles, and again, it came out reversed. So extra protection from Spirit. This card is Virgo energy. So this card could talk about feeling dissatisfied, a lack of motivation, no passion, no motivation, feeling uninspired, underqualified. It could represent overspending, perfectionism, laziness, a lack of effort, a lack of confidence, a lack of commitment, a lack of ambition, repetitive jobs or boring jobs, biting off more than you can chew, workaholic. It's a card of self-development. Can I have a clarifier, please, Spirit, on top? And then you have the Eight of Cups, and this card came out upright. So the Eight of Cups is represented by Pisces, and it's a card about walking away, leaving behind, letting go, leaving a bad situation, withdrawal again, loneliness again. When I say again, it just means Spirit's repeating the message, okay? It's about abandoning plans, leaving a bad situation, feeling fatigued, weary, reaching your limit, searching for the truth, repeating, retreating, escaping. But Spirit is saying a new perspective is needed. It's a card of self-discovery, self-analysis, courage, taking a time out, again, feeling dissatisfied, desolation, feeling a bit empty, escapism, abandonment, disappointment. You're doing a lot of introspection. You're looking for the truth. You're leaving something behind. You're letting go. And one more clarifier, please, Spirit. What did Scorpio leave behind, or what is Scorpio letting go of? And you have the High Priestess, Major Arcana card, and it came out reversed. So the High Priestess reversed is all about withdrawal again, being like feeling like you've lost your center, repressed feelings, being disconnected from your intuition, a lack of self-belief, repressed intuition, lost your inner voice. It's a card of secrets, blocked psychic powers, superficiality, hidden motives, feeling confused about something. It could represent fertility issues. So let's just keep going. Then what's crossing you, or what you're celebrating, is the Emperor, Major Arcana. This is Aries energy. The Emperor represents stability, structure, protection, control, authority, focus. Could represent a father figure. It's a card of judgment, protectiveness, dependability, discipline. Can represent the establishment. It's a card of responsibility, feeling satisfied from everything you've achieved. It's a card of decision, action, challenge, being logical, dependable, practical. Clarifier on top of the Emperor, please, Spirit. And then you have the Four of Wands, and it came out reversed. So the Four of Wands is represented by Aries again. This is about conflicts with others, a lack of support, a lack of success, a lack of teamwork, a lack of achievement. It's a card of insecurity, unhappy families, postponed reunions, canceled reunion, leaving home, canceled celebrations, parties, surprises, weddings, a community divided, a lack of community spirit, not fitting in, Focus on your inner harmony is a message with this card. A lack of roots. It's a card of delays. Things are being delayed. Instability, home conflicts, self-doubt, doubting yourself. And then another clarifier, please, Spirit, on top of the Four of Wands. Now you have the Two of Swords reversed. Two of Swords is represented by Libra. This is indecision again, confusion again, anxiety, an imbalance in an area of your life, delays again, overwhelming fears, worry, anxiety, stress, being overly cautious. It's a card of emotional turmoil, mental turmoil, but the truth will be revealed, Spirit is saying. Again, it's a card of seeing the truth, lies being exposed, feeling like there's too much information, there's no right choice, information overload. You're being emotionally guarded, or you're holding on to anxiety or resentment. It's a card of postponements, delays, emotional detachment. And then what's the basis of your situation or foundation? Your foundation message is the Five of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is a card of depletion, inner conflict, avoidance, tension, avoiding conflict. You're respecting each differences. It's a card of cooperation, agreements, truces, but it's also a card of trickery and litigation, disputes, avoidance, contradiction, harmony, peace, a need to release. Can I have a clarifier, please, Spirit, on top of the Five of Wands for Scorpio? Now you have the Nine of Swords. This is insomnia, not being able to sleep. It's Gemini energy. It's, again, fear, anxiety, worry, negativity, nightmares, isolation again, doubt, burdens, the inability to cope with life or face life. It's suffering, a troubled conscience, deep unhappiness, mental anguish, being at your breaking point, despair, focusing on the past, being overwhelmed with guilt, regret, remorse. It's depression, trauma, hopelessness, isolation again. Spirit, can I have a clarifier? It's a subject of gossip. Gossiping is coming up again. For your foundation card, you have the Nine of Wands. Scorpio, Spirit is saying, do not give up. Okay? Do not give up. You're at 9. You just have to get to 10. Sagittarius energy. Spirit notices what you're going through and how you're feeling. This is a test of faith. Again, you have a lot of courage. You're learning from the past. You're so close to success. You're so close to success. Whatever, do not give up or give in yet. You're resilient, tenacious. You have the courage to overcome. Spirit is saying you're nearly there. Spirit is saying that they know your energy is drained. This is the final challenge, though. You just have to get to 10. You're at 9. You've went 1 to 9. Gather your strength. Fight your corner. You're guarded. You're wounded. You're expecting trouble. You're determined. This is the last stand. Persistence, grit, resilience, fatigue, setbacks. But do not give up. You are nearly there. You are so close to success. This is just a test of faith, okay? And then your past card is the Two of Wands reversed. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. It's Aries energy. Again, indecision, can't decide. You're stuck on something. You're overanalyzing something. You're choosing the safest option. You're doubting yourself. This card could represent canceled or delayed travel, choosing a mundane life, a surprise again, a fear of the unknown, being held back, disappointment again. Focus on your inner alignment. There's a fear of change. You're playing it safe. It's a card of bad planning, not taking action, avoiding risks. Set personal goals. You're staying put, being held back, deciding not to go. It's a card of fear, trouble. Just dropped it again. Spirit, can I have a clarifier on top of the Two of Wands for Scorpio? Now you have the Three of Swords reversed. A lot of protective energy in your reading. That is for sure, Scorpio. The Three of Swords is Libra energy. Watch how you talk to yourself, okay? This is a card of setback again. Feeling confused, distracted. A card of loss again. Suppressing memories, refusing to let go of emotions. But it's also a card of recovery, forgiveness, moving on, releasing pain, repressing emotions, healing, reconciliation. You're recovering from heartbreak. It's mental alienation. You are recovering from, you're overcoming grief, sorrow, sadness. It could represent the inability to let go of pain. You're overcoming depression. Take it how it resonates. It's a card of compromise. And then your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the King of Swords reversed. This is either you or someone in your life or a situation, Aquarius energy. This card is saying that you have a lot of quiet power. You know the truth inside. It's a card of inner truth. But the King of Swords reversed could represent someone who is manipulative, cruel, weak. This is someone who's misguided. There's a lack of integrity, a lack of morals, a lack of discipline. They're judgmental, irrational, aggressive, inhumane, dishonest, controlling, cold, ruthless, powerless, weak. Can I have a clarifier, please, Spirit, for the King of Swords, for the immediate future, for Scorpio? And then you have the Eight of Wands, and it came out reversed. So the Eight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Again, frustrated, losing momentum. Things are slow, delays. Focus on your internal alignment, okay? Again, Spirit's bringing up delayed travel, delayed or canceled travel, or returning from travel, returning from holidays or canceled holidays, missed opportunities. There's a lack of energy. It's a card of negativity, feeling panicked, resisting change, waiting. It's a card of jealousy, being out of control, feeling frustrated, losing momentum, internal disputes. Stinging of conscience. Clarifier, please, Spirit, on top of this. Eight of Wands reversed. Now you have the Magician. Major Arcana card. This card is all about manifesting, taking inspired action, having a lot of willpower, wisdom, again, taking action, being resourceful, asserting your will. You have the ability, the skills, the logic, the intellect. You're aware of how much power you have. You're resourceful. You have a lot of potential, a lot of influence, a lot of creativity. you can manifest whatever you desire, Scorpio, whatever you want the outcome to be, is what Spirit is saying. The outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Justice card, came out reversed. This is Libra energy. So this card is about unaccountability, unfairness, avoiding accountability or a lack of accountability, or karmic avoidance, dishonesty, injustice, dishonesty. Can I have a clarifier, please, Spirit, on top of the Justice card for Scorpio? And then you have here the Six of Cups reverse, unfairness, unaccountability when it comes to, again, Spirit is bringing up living in the past or stuck in the past, focusing, it's telling you to focus on the future, let go of the past, feeling stuck, you're resolving childhood issues. It could be childhood abuse. It's a card of forgiveness, moving forward, leaving home, independence again. Some of you are completing counseling, completing therapy. It's a card of stolen innocence. Lacking playfulness, lack of accountability with childhood stuff. One more clarifier, please, Spirit. And now you have the Fool, Major Arcana. This is all about new beginnings, clean slate, fresh start, taking a risk, innocence, freedom, having faith, being a free spirit, being spontaneous. Could also mean being foolish and careless. It's a card of travel again. It's a card of courage, adventure, originality. And then how you see yourself is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, male or female in a general reading. The Queen of Pentacles is represented by Capricorn. This is a card of how you see yourself, stuck in a rut. The Queen of Pentacles, okay, it can represent a lot of things, so don't shoot the messenger. It's not me who's saying this, okay? The Queen of Pentacles, how you see yourself, pretentious, ungrounded, overly ambitious, a social climber, disloyal, cheater, disorganized, selfish, boring, neglect, out of control, self-absorbed, a gold digger, materialistic, possessive, jealous, greedy, smothering, mean-spirited. Stuck in a rut. Can I have a clarifier, please, Spirit? I don't like this. I'm a Scorpio too. What do we need on top of the Queen? We have the Seven of Cups reversed. So the Seven of Cups reversed is just clarifying Scorpio energy, lack of choice, lack of imagination, missed opportunities, a lack of options, feeling trapped, a lack of purpose, focusing on the materialistic, focusing on the superficial, avoiding issues. It's a card of confusion, disarray, diversion, distractions, sobriety, reality, clarity, needing clarity maybe. One more clarifier, please, Spirit, on top. And then we have for how we see ourselves, Six of Pentacles reversed. So the Six of Pentacles is Taurus energy. This is a card of focusing on self-care, inequality, strings attached gifts, stinginess. There's a lack of generosity, abuse of power, abuse of generosity, unemployment for some of us, poor financial decisions, being undervalued, underpaid. It's a card of greed, fake charity, unpaid debts. Focus on self-care. Do what's best for you, Scorpio. And the last one I want to pull now is the Page of Cups. And it came out reversed. So again, this is either you, someone in your life, or a situation. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is about someone who is there's an imbalance of emotions. The Page of Cups is emotionally vulnerable, emotionally immature, insecure, disappointed. Again, an imbalance of emotions. This is someone who has childhood issues, like someone who's neglecting their inner child. It's a card of escapism again, creative blocks, ignoring your inner voice, ignoring your inner child, childishness, jealousy, envy, canceled social events like engagements, proposals, promiscuity, creative blocks, attention seeking. So let's just keep going. Then your 8th card represents your environment or how others see you and your situation, and you got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You're resisting change, you're breaking cycles. It's a card of control issues, delays again. Things are being delayed, you're experiencing setbacks, or you're clinging to control. This is a card of external forces, disorder, upheaval, disruption. Clarifier on top of the Wheel of Fortune, please, Spirit. And then you have here the Queen of Swords reversed, male or female in the general reading. Either you, someone in your life, or a situation, Libra energy. Queen of Swords is someone who is pessimistic, cold-hearted, cruel, bitter, has repressed trauma, is manipulative, harsh, deceitful, unforgiving, dysfunctional, could represent an absent mother, someone who's dependent, someone who doesn't learn from the past, is nasty, vindictive, spiteful. Again, it's a card of malicious gossip. They're rude. They lack empathy. Someone who is not learning from the past. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and or fear the most in your situation, is equilibrium, which is the Temperance card, Major Arcana, represented by Sagittarius. So, and it came out reversed. The Temperance is about self-indulgence again, self-healing, again, an imbalance in an area of your life. It's a card of excess, a lack of perspective, discord. There's a disagreement between people, recklessness, hastiness, self-healing. It's a card of self-healing and realignment, realigning yourself. Can I have a clarifier, please, Spirit, for Scorpio? Then you have the Knight of Cups. Someone in your environment or how others see you in your situation, male or female, Pisces energy. You're following your heart. You're highly principled, chivalrous, romantic, charming, warm. You're on a mission. You're taking action. You might receive an offer, a proposal, an invitation. This is a card of jealousy again. Someone who is artistic, graceful, tactful, gentle, caring, sensitive, creative. Being swept off your feet. And then the outcome, if all is to remain as is is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a nice way to end your reading, Scorpio. Virgo energy. This is wealth, long-term success, contribution, solid foundations, privilege, affluence, trust funds, financial security, settling down, inherited issues, prenups, legacy, roots, family home, a windfall. So inheritance might be being conventional, being traditional, satisfaction, marrying into money, contentment, receiving a large sum of money. Maybe you wouldn't want to get that lottery ticket, and because your oracle card is success. This card is about satisfaction, contentment, fulfillment. They are all at hand. Success is waiting to expand in your life, Scorpio. Be ready to accept it and embrace this success. It might occur rapidly. All is possible. The gates of triumph are waiting to open for you. Being in a state of gratitude for all the small successes in your life will give birth to larger ones. Your satisfaction will come in many forms and from many areas of your life. Celebrate it all. Breathe it all in, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. And this is an excellent time to make commitments or sign contracts and make deals. Good fortune will ensue. So that's our message, Scorpio. Thank you for letting me channel these messages today. I will put a summary underneath the video if you want to read more about your reading today. Another view on it. Okay, so take good care. I'll see you next time. Thank you for letting me channel these messages. Stay safe. Bye.